more minutes, or should I just start?
I think we should start because it's 7 p.m. already. People will join within a few minutes. So before the event starts, I want to clear that before the Q&A section, we will provide you a feedback form. You guys have to fill it up in order to get a kind of e-certificate. And if you have any kind of question, you can ask that in the comment section. We will try to reply very soon. So. Nahid, I think we should start. We can wait a bit, 1 minute or something. But the time has already gone, so I think we should start. People will join. So let's start that.
Okay, just give me a minute.
Okay.
All right, then we can start. Mithil, you can start the recording and everything.
Yes, the recording has started.
All right. We'll be conducting this seminar on Introduction to Cloud Computing and Microsoft Azure. This seminar will be, sorry. This seminar will be divided into two parts. The first part will be, this is the schedule of it. We'll first cover the Introduction to Cloud Computing. Then there is an Introduction to Azure Platform. Then creating an Azure account with $100 credit per month. Then creating a website using Microsoft Azure. And then we will have the Q&A at the end of everything. All right. So this is the first part of the seminar. Introduction to Cloud Computing and Azure. This will be covered by me. I'm Nahid Siam, as I mentioned earlier. All right, so in this first part of the seminar, first part of this presentation, I'll be covering what is cloud computing, why is cloud computing so popular, cloud deployment model, cloud deployment services, then why Azure and the Azure services, and why should you care? All right, let's start with the very basic here. What is cloud computing? Well, cloud computing is the on-demand availability of computer system resources by using the internet as a medium without any direct active management by the user. What it means is if you have the internet and you can use it to access all kinds of computer system resources, and you don't have to actually manage directly those hardwares that you are getting. So this computer system resources, what does this computer system resources mean? In computing, system resources can be simply a physical or a virtual component of the computer system. So it can be the computing power it has, it can be the storage, it can be the memory, the RAMs and everything. Those are computer system resources. And with cloud computing, you can get those without any direct management. If I'm going too fast, you can just remember me that you are going too fast. Can you slow down? All right. All right. Then we come to the question: why is cloud computing so popular? All right. Here I will give you an example. First of all, the cloud computing is so popular is because cloud computing has made these computer system resources as such as a utility. All right. Let's talk about a utility right here. Electricity. That's a utility, right? Now you can go into a room. You can just flick a switch and the light turns on. So there is bulb in your room, right? You can just flick the switch and the light turns on. It's just as simple as that. But the process of electricity coming to that bulb is not very simple. The process of turning on a light is hidden behind that simple act of flipping a switch. At this point, the electricity becomes a utility, which has many benefits, obviously. Now, the main benefit is you can use as much as you want or as little as you want, and at the end of the month you pay your bill, right? And when you actually buy this light bulb, you don't have to pay the bill of the electricity you'll be using upfront. You buy this, you don't pay anything, then you use the electricity, and at the end of the month you pay the bill of how much you have used it. It's very simple. But the complicated process of this electricity actually coming to your home, coming to this light bulb, is really very complicated. The electricity is produced in a power plant. It comes through this high voltage wires. It requires a lot of management, a lot of supervising, and then the electricity comes to your home. But you don't have to worry about that anyway. So in cloud computing, this computer system resources is just like that. You can get RAM, you can get storage, you can get whatever you want, and you don't have to worry about it. There is pay-as-you-go opportunities where you can just use as much as you want and pay the bill at the end of the month. Now, this gives two main advantages. The service becomes elastic and it becomes scalable. Now, let's talk about the first part, elastic. Well, let's say you use more electricity this month, right? You use the AC all day, all night, and you can pay, your bill gets high. You can pay that high bill at the end of the month. Or you just went on a vacation in a foreign land and you don't use any electricity for the whole month of your home. So you don't pay any bill. You pay very less at the end of the month. So that is elastic, right? You can use as much as electricity you want or as little as you want. And cloud computing, in cloud computing, computer system resources is just like that. And then there is scalable. The computer system resources you will have is scalable. All right, I'll give a similar example. Let's say a family has moved into a neighborhood, right? And they're using electricity because they obviously need it. But you don't have to worry about, oh no, they're using electricity. Will there be enough electricity for me? Or they don't have to worry about it either, because electricity is scalable. In cloud computing, the computer system resources is scalable as well. You can build an app and suddenly you can have more audience than you actually thought you would. And you can just scale it up. And that is very, very easy to do. All right. Now, let's talk about what cloud computing is used for. Now, cloud computing is used for data storage or backup. You can store data there, or you can just use the cloud storage as a backup. Then there is data availability. It means when you store data in there, you can access it anywhere in the world. It is very obvious, right? You store something in cloud, you can access it with any device from anywhere in the world. Then there you can create and test application in cloud. Then you can also do data analysis and analytics in there. You can also host those applications that you've created and tested. You can also automate software delivery and have better disaster recovery. Obviously, right? When you store something physically, that can get burned, or any kind of accident can happen. But here, in cloud computing, you have way better disaster recovery. All right, is everything so clear so far? Does anyone have any questions? All right, I guess not. Then, all right, then we can talk about cloud deployment model. Now, there are three kinds of cloud deployment model: the private cloud, the hybrid cloud, and the public cloud. Let's start with public cloud here. Public cloud is completely offered by a third-party provider, just as Microsoft Azure we're talking about today. That is a cloud service provider. So public cloud is completely offered by third-party provider, and it's available to everyone with an internet. So you can one is completely depend on the cloud service provider. You use everything that cloud service provider can offer and does not have anything of their own. Now, this is obviously very scalable and very convenient, and as well this is the cheapest why you use the third-party providers services. Then the opposite is the private cloud. Private cloud is where you have everything of your own, or you have a cloud service that is only used by you. So this has way better security, right? So it can be used when you're working with data that is very confidential. Then you can use private cloud. All right. As I said, this is obviously very costly. Right. This is the least costliest, and this is the most costly because you have to have all those hardware to use. And then there is hybrid cloud. This is actually the most common one, and the most balanced one. This is a combination of both. Now, this is a combination of both private and public and private cloud. And here you can actually have a small private cloud to yourself, where you can store or use data that is very confidential to you, and use the public cloud of a third-party provider for all other tasks. Or it can be like this, that you have a private cloud where you do your daily stuff, and when there is more audience than you can handle, you start using public cloud for the extra traffic. So in hybrid cloud, the data that is being used in this cloud, there is a shared responsibility, right? The data that is kept within yourself, within the private cloud, that security is ensured by you, and the data that is given to the public cloud, the security of that is ensured by the third-party provider. Now, here is a graph showing how much, which is more common. As I mentioned earlier, the hybrid cloud is the most common. You see, 71% of the cloud user actually is hybrid. Of the organizations, it is actually hybrid, and 21% is actually completely public, and only 4% is private, because, well, true private cloud service is very, very expensive. Not a lot of organizations can actually do that. You see this 21%, a lot of organizations actually still use public cloud. Yeah, for instance, Pinterest. We all heard of Pinterest, right? Pinterest actually started on public cloud, and the hybrid cloud, which is the most common, organizations such as Netflix, Hulu, Airbnb, all uses hybrid cloud. And I couldn't find any specific organization that actually uses private cloud, but I would assume that the cloud service providers, the big companies such as the big companies that actually provides cloud service to other organizations, they have the infrastructure for a private cloud to themselves. And private cloud isn't something that you can build in organization. Yes, that is a private cloud, of course, but that's not the case always. There are other organizations who will actually go to you and build a private cloud for you. They can build a true private cloud. For instance, Cisco does that. They build a private cloud for other organizations. All right, moving on. Was everything clear on that final section?
You can unmute yourself if you want to ask any kind of question.
All right, I guess all clear. All right, so let's move on. Cloud computing services. All right, now cloud computing services can be of three types: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Here is a great picture. I guess a few of you have seen this kind of pic in the past. Here is on-premise, where everything is done by you. You see, blue is you manage. So everything is managed, is created by you. On infrastructure, you see half and half on platform like this, and on software, everything is done by the provider, the cloud provider. So the operating system, the middleware, the runtime, even the application, you see, the app is also created by the cloud service provider. So can someone give me an example of such, where even the app is created by the cloud service provider, everything is managed by cloud service provider, and you just go in and use the application? Can anyone give me an example?
YouTube.
Yes, that can be correct, because all the videos is actually is actually stored in the cloud and streamed through it. That is a good example. And there are other examples such as Google Photos, Google Drive, just like that. Those applications are actually built by the cloud service provider, in this case Google, and everything is provided by them, and you just go in the app and use it. On platform is why you build the application and keep the data for it, and everything else is maintained by the cloud service provider. So now let's say the runtime. Runtime is basically the compiler where we run the code. The middleware, the operating system, everything is maintained by them, and you just build the application. On infrastructure as a service, You build the application, you keep the data, you keep the runtime middleware, you select the operating system and everything. And then, the most expensive part is maintained by the cloud service provider, such as servers, storage, the networking, everything. Virtualization. Let's talk about virtualization. Virtualization is basically the virtual environment that is created by the cloud service provider. You see, you have the storages, you have the computing power, everything is seen through a virtual environment, right? But everything is, you see, is virtually there. So that virtual environment is created, that is virtualization. So these expensive things are managed by the cloud service provider, and you have a lot of control here. You see, a lot of control. You're managing all this stuff. On-premise is basically you're doing everything. This is obviously the most expensive of the bunch. You're using the application, you're also maintaining the servers, the storage, and also the networking by yourself. Now, to make it more clear to you, I'll try to clear it up like this. Let's get back to that example of electricity that I gave earlier. So in software as a service is where you basically you go, you buy a flat, there is the light bulb, there is the fan, and everything is already there. Just go in, flip the switch, the light turns on, you just use the service, use the electricity, and pay a bill at the end of the month. Everything is there for you, you just use it. For platform as a service is where you buy the light bulb, buy the fans, you fix it in place, and then you use it. And everything is again handled by the electricity provider, the owner of the building, and everything is handled by them. You just use the light bulb, you just buy the light bulb and use it then. Infrastructure as a service where you buy the light bulb, then buy the circuit board, some of the wires, and then you take the power from the power plant and then you use it. So you're buying the light bulb and buying the wires and circuit board and everything. But well, you are taking the power from the power plant. On premise is where you're basically building your own power plant at this point. You're getting your power source, getting your fan and light, getting your wire, getting your circuit board, transformer, and everything is done by you on premise. Now, was everything clear in the last part? You can ask any question if you want on about this. All right, I guess not. Now let's move into this section. Why Microsoft Azure? Why would we choose Microsoft Azure? Why are we talking about Microsoft Azure? So to start off, Microsoft Azure was actually launched in February 1st, 2010, and it is one of the three major cloud service provider out there. So these three are the main players in the game. You see Amazon Web Services, there are Google Cloud Platforms, and there are this Microsoft Azure that we're talking about today. Microsoft Azure was, as I said, was launched in February 2010, so it was pretty late in the game compared to Amazon Web Services. Now, to show you the condition of the market, you see Amazon Web Services is the market leader right now. It is way ahead. Then secondly, there will come Microsoft. Even after being very late in the game, it is holding on pretty strong. And there is the Google. These are the leaders, and there are other challengers like Alibaba Cloud are doing pretty good job, I guess. Now Microsoft is actually one of the fastest growing of the bunch. It had grown 62% in the last 3 months of 2019 only. Now, let's talk about the Microsoft Azure facts about Microsoft Azure. All right, Microsoft Azure has over 600 services. So any kind of services you would need, you can find it in Microsoft Azure. And if not, be pretty sure that Microsoft Azure is working to get that kind of services in there. Now, Microsoft Azure also guarantees the best security and protection. Microsoft Azure actually has the highest number of security awards and certifications of any other cloud service provider. Now, this is a very interesting fact that 90% of the Fortune 500 companies actually use Microsoft Azure. So all the big companies, 90% of them actually uses Microsoft Azure for themselves. Then we have that Microsoft Azure has the highest number of data centers. Microsoft Azure has more number of data centers than any of its competitors. If I'm not wrong, they have 54 total data centers with them. Now, there is also Microsoft Azure supports wide array of operating system and framework. You might think that Azure is offered by Microsoft, right? So it might only support Windows, but that's not the case. Microsoft Azure also supports Linux. So it supports a wide range of operating system and frameworks. Then Microsoft Azure has something called region to region site recovery. Now let's talk about region to region site recovery for a minute. All right. Now, what does this mean? Let's say you have created a virtual machine. What is virtual machine? We'll talk about that. Let's say you have created a virtual machine and it is very important to you. There is a lot of, you have stored a lot of very important data in there and you don't want to lose it. So you might think that if I store it in a data center somewhere and any kind of man-made or natural disaster might occur and I might lose this virtual machine, I might lose this data, and then you don't want that. So what you can do is you can use this Microsoft region-to-region site recovery, where you can make an exact copy of this data center, exact copy of this data, and you can keep it somewhere else. So let's say you have firstly created a virtual machine. It is kept somewhere in the Asia, mid-Asia. And you can also do one thing, to just copy this virtual machine and keep it somewhere in the middle Europe or something. So it stays far away from each other. If something happened to that region, something big happens and the data center stop working and the data is lost, you can still recover it from another data center that you have kept earlier. So that is a region to region site recovery. Microsoft offers that. All right. Moving on, as I said earlier, that the world's leading brand runs on Microsoft Azure. So you can see brands like Starbucks, P&G, like pretty big companies like Samsung is also run on Microsoft Azure. Then you got Rolls-Royce, a lot of organizations. So you see, not a single type of organization is attracted to Azure. Azure supports multiple kinds of organization as it gives so many type of services. So retail and consumer, health, media, entertainment, financial services, manufacturing, automotive, they have solutions for problems of all these kind of organization, and they are using Microsoft Azure for just that reason. And you might notice that financial services such as Bank of America, MasterCard, Visa runs on Microsoft Azure. This shows you the level of security you get on Microsoft Azure. All right, moving on to the services. Now, as I said, there are over 600 services out there of Microsoft Azure. We'll talk about just a few of them. All right. Now, let's start with virtual machine that I mentioned earlier. Virtual machine. Virtual machine is where you basically create a computer, a virtual machine, a machine virtually. You can add storages, you can add RAMs, you can do whatever in there. You can just create a virtual machine. You can also select the type of storage, HDD or SSD. You can select the operating system, even the version of the operating system, and create a whole computer virtually in there. Then it comes. Then let's move on to the next one is my Azure CDN. Now CDN stands for Content Delivery Network. Content Delivery Network is a distribution network of servers that can efficiently deliver web content to its user. So let's say you have created a web app or a website, and due to the Azure CDN, the users using this web service will get a very seamless experience, as CDN is very good, can very easily handle very heavy loads. And due to Azure CDN, you can also get analytics. You can also get data that how your audience is actually using that web services, and you can use those data however you like. All right. Then it comes blob storage. Blob storage is Microsoft's object storage solution for cloud. Blob storage is optimized for storing massive amount of unstructured data. All right. Then Azure Logic Apps. Azure Logic Apps is basically a cloud service that helps you schedule, automate tasks. I'm sorry. Did someone? All right. Azure, where were we? Azure Logic App. Azure Logic App is where is a cloud service that helps you schedule, automate tasks, business processes, workflows. I'll give an example here. Let's say your Google Gmail or Outlook, whatever you use, you receive a mail there, and then you instantly get a notification that you received a mail. That is an automated task, right? So that kind of automated task can be done using Azure Logic Apps. Then comes Azure DNS. Azure DNS, the domain network service, is where you can host your own domain. Then the last service we talk about, Azure Function. Now, Azure Function is a very interesting one. Azure Function is where you can just give any kind of data, with any language you want, and it will to create an app, and it will do so. So let's say you can use all kind of any kind of language you want, Python, whatever you want, you give it in there, and Azure will take care of everything else. The hardware it is required, it will take care of it. The operating system you require, it will take care of it. It will take care of everything else. All you need to do is actually give the programming, give the data in there, and it will create an app. So you don't have to go through virtual machine and anything. You can just go in there to create an app, just go in there, give the data, give the programming language, just type it in there, and it will create the app for you. Now, out of the 600, we have talked about only a few of them, and there are loads more, as you can see. Under the compute, you got virtual machine, as I talked about, also container. Under the storage, you got blob storage, disk. Disks. The disks is basically the storage that you use in virtual machine. By the way, all right, nothing. Disk is where you use the storage you use in virtual machine. You got networking, like virtual network, express route. Express route is where two services of Azure actually communicates with each other. You get data centers there, intelligence, bot framework. Bot framework is used when you want to create a chat bot for yourself. Analytics, IoT, developer services like Visual Studios, computing services, CDN. So you can see there is a lot more services that you can use in this Microsoft Azure. All right, before I move on, does anyone have any questions of that last section? Someone was talking, right?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I had a question about a previous slide that you showed. You showed a graph showing that the market share is actually about the competitors of Azure. Actually, that's I think the AWS.
Yes, go on. Like this one. Hello. Hello.
I think he's facing some kind of voice issue. Okay.
There's some sound pollution.
Hello.
Is he here or?
I think he's not here.
I can see someone raising their hand. Does they have any questions?
Hello.
Yes, go on.
Okay, so in this slide you showed that AWS.
This one, right?
Yes, this slide you showed that actually Amazon Web Services actually is a leading.
Yes, it is.
Hello. I think he's facing some kind of audio problems.
Could you please write it down if you
in the comment
Hello?
section? Okay. Okay.
If you're facing problem, you can just write it down.
Okay, in the later on slides, you showed that 90% of the companies are actually using Microsoft Azure. So So I was actually confused about the percentage here. Yeah, right here. You wrote that 90% of the Fortune 500 companies uses Azure, but in that slide you showed that the leading company is actually AWS.
All
I
right,
think
all
that.
right, all right, all right. I got your question. I got your question.
Thank you.
Well, you
Thank
see that as I mentioned earlier, that Microsoft was actually late to come into the market. They actually came to the market in 2010, where AWS was way early to the market. So they had when they had the exclusivity, so they had many clients that only they could exploit. Then later on, as far as I know, the CIA in the US actually signed a deal with them to have all their services run on Amazon AWS. That led to the whole Defense of America, the Defense Ministry, to run on Amazon AWS, for which they have a huge advantage in there. The whole defense of USA runs on AWS, so that they got a huge boost in there, for which they're doing pretty well still now. And Microsoft Azure is also doing pretty well. As I said, 90% of the Fortune 500 companies actually use Azure, but they are, I believe, they are the highest growing out of them. And even some experts believe that in the future, Microsoft could actually surpass AWS. I hope that answered your question.
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you.
All right. So where were we? So any other, does anyone else have a question? I can see some of them raise their hand and stuff. All right, then I will just move on, I guess. All right, I will move on. Now, let's talk about this to talk about the final section. Why should you care? Like, Azure is doing a great job. They're doing great. Other organizations are exploiting it. They're doing great. Everyone is happy. Why should you care about it? All right. So let's say you want to be an entrepreneur. Let's look at it in a view of entrepreneur, right? You want to create an app. This white box is our app, by the way. You want to create an app and you want to get very rich. You have a great idea for an app. You know a lot of people will actually enjoy it, and you want to release it. However, the problem arises that doing so requires a lot of money. You have to at least have the computing power, the servers, the storages, the network, and also have to ensure security to launch an app. And if even if you had the money to do so, you wouldn't want to take the risk because you are not completely sure that that app will be very successful. There's still risk in there, and it's a lot of money, and you do not want to risk it. And let's say you risk it and it becomes successful, everything is great. But then as it becomes more and more successful, you get more and more audience. Let's say it is built for like 100,000 people and you get viral and you get 1 million new users. Now you have to scale up your system, scale up your servers, scale up your networking according to that, according to those large amount of user. That also requires money. Now, all this can be easily solved if you use Azure. With Azure, with any kind of services, with Azure, you can develop application, you can test them in the cloud, you can host those applications, you can integrate feature, and then when it's out, you can collect and store data in it. So you can easily solve all those problems with a cloud services such as Microsoft Azure and successfully launch your app and will be famous, I guess. Now, I will show you just a very basic and small example of creating and launching an app. This is a screenshot of Microsoft Azure, by the way. This is a step-by-step of how you can create a web app, not a mobile app, a web app. Very simple. You create a web app in Azure using Azure portal. You create a web app in Azure portal. Then you enable Git publishing for the new web app. Then you publish your web app to Azure App Services. Then you run the app in Azure. Then you update your web app and republish it and view update app in Azure. So this is a very basic example. I will show you where you can learn more. So you can use this. This is an example of how easily you can create a web app and launch it using a cloud service without that kind of money pressure. All right. Now, let's say you don't want to create an app, right? You don't want to create an app. You don't want to be an entrepreneur. You don't want to be that crazy rich, crazy famous or whatever. You just want to have a very chill life. You just want to do a 9 to 5 job and be happy about your life. With that, even there are great career choices with Microsoft Azure, with the knowledge, with the skill that you can get by practicing in cloud, by using Microsoft Azure every single day. You can pursue these amazing careers in your life, like Azure administrator, Azure developer, Azure solution architect, Azure consultant, and Azure data scientist. All that career you can be pursued by you. All right. So we have came to the end for the first half of the presentation that is conducted by me. So we have learned what is cloud computing. This is the private cloud, the hybrid, and the public cloud. The cloud services such as the infrastructure as a service, the platform as a service, and the software as a service. The services that is provided by Microsoft Azure, and this basic example, creating and launching an app. And if you want, I can repeat any of the section for you.
Hello, hello. Can you repeat the creating and launching an app section?
All right,
Just
sure,
go
sure.
through it a bit more. Thank you.
Sure. By the way, I will show you where you can learn more about it. This is a very tiny and very simple example. And I'll actually give you this link in the chat section where you can go and get and see this exact step by step of how to create and launch and web app through Microsoft Azure.
Okay.
Sure. So I'll repeat it for him anyways. So
okay.
you can
Hey
go.
there, can you hear
Yeah?
me?
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to kind of tell you that we will show you how to create a website on Microsoft Azure. So when we will explore that, you can also see the what is actually the Microsoft Azure portal and what is all about, and we will show you how to create an app and how to get the guidance from. Okay, so in the practical session now, we will start the practical session from now on, and you can see the things practically. I think that will clear you problem.
All right, yeah. I will also giving you the link, and moreover, the last part of the my presentation is I will show you where you can learn more. I will show you this. I will show you about this. Microsoft Learn, this amazing website that Microsoft created, which is completely free. Just give me a minute. Sorry for that.
I think I will also explain about Microsoft Learn. So there is no need.
Or so you can show it to them. No
okay,
problem.
okay.
No problem.
Okay. So I think I should start now. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Good.
Okay. So hi, I am Shahriar Al-Mustaqim Mithul. So now I will show you how to create an Azure account. In the other half, I will actually show you how to create an website on Microsoft Azure. So previously, Shadab actually asked about how to create an app here there at that place. We will try to explore that Microsoft Azure platform. So let's get started. And if you don't have any kind of Microsoft Azure account, I think you can also kind of create one right now with me and ask if you face any kind of problem, you can ask me. Okay, first of all, I will give you the brief idea about how to create an Microsoft Azure account and what are the benefits. Okay, first of all, if you actually create a account using your card, kind of Visa card or something, so you will get $200 credit for 30 days only. Okay, it is for the professionals one. Okay, so but as we are students, we actually get a university provided mail or university or college provided mail. So we can actually create a GitHub account and we can enable the GitHub student developer pack. And after that, you can get the GitHub student benefits. Okay, so I will show you. So I just want to clear you that if you use a Visa card or
wait. I think your screen. Someone's telling you can. They couldn't see your screen. I think. Yeah,
Oh,
I couldn't see your screen either. Can you just
see your screen either? It's a problem. Okay, I will try again.
can you get a slide? Get one slide back and
I
just
think
repeat it.
I am visible now.
Yes, you are visible now.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes, I see.
Okay. Sorry for the mistake. Okay. So I cleared you that if you use a Visa card or something, if you are a professional and you want to use Microsoft Azure account and want to use it for free for about 12 months or something, and you can use a Visa card and you will not be charged. You will not be charged unless you upgrade your account. And if you're a student, you have a lot of benefits, as you know that GitHub and LinkedIn all are kind of Microsoft's platform. So GitHub is connected to Microsoft. So if you actually enable the GitHub Student Developer Pack, automatically they detect that you are a student and they give you the benefit. So what is the benefit? Account created with college or university provided mail. Okay, so you will get $100 credit for 12 months. So if you actually go to the GitHub student developer benefits, you will not see that it is provided for 12 months. Okay, so I will show you that as I have the accounts, so I will show you that is valid for 12 months, and after that it will again start. You have to apply for it or they will automatically upgrade it. Okay, so I think I will start the practical session first, and then I will get back to the slide again. Okay. Okay. So here is the platform called Microsoft Learn. Okay. So Nahid Bhai was talking about this. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Screen share হচ্ছে না maybe.
I think my screen is sharing because I'm using another
I can actually see your screen. Can someone else confirm that the screen is visible or not?
Yeah,
Yes,
visible.
yeah, it's visible.
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. So okay, so in the slides I have given the links of this. This is called the Microsoft Learn platform. Okay, so if I want to explore about this, this is a kind of the Microsoft website, and you can explore here. You can also you can go and learn about these websites and deals and students. Okay, so now I will show you manually. Okay, Microsoft Learn. Okay, this is the website Nahid Bhai was talking about. So you have to sign in with your Microsoft account, and you can do a lot of you can learn about a lot of topics like AI, machine learning, or something. So basically, what happens is the basic difference between a professional or upgraded account and the normal account is like if you're a student and you are kind of signing in with your account in Microsoft Learn, you will just get the benefits. You can learn a lot of things, but there are some hidden courses or something. But if you are kind of Microsoft Learn ambassador, which we actually encourage, you guys can be Microsoft Learn student ambassador. You can apply for that. If you have any kind of question, I think we will talk about it in the quick Q&A section. So if you are upgraded with that, you can get much more benefits in Microsoft Learn too. Okay, so I actually had this. This module is in the Microsoft Learn. So this link I will provide in the slide. I have provided it in the slide, and I will also give you in the link if you need so. So you can see here is the proper description about how to create a Microsoft Azure account. Okay, introduction, create an Azure account, and all the other stuffs. So I will now show you how to create one. First of all, the first one, the card one, you create with a card. I will not show that because I made the slides. I will show you in the slides, but the other ones I will show you about that. Okay, so Okay, so if you want to create an account using your card, so what happens is you just have to go to this sign up page, and then you have to sign in with your Microsoft account. And if you don't have a Microsoft account, you can just create one. It is very simple. And after that, you have to fill up your name, last name, email address, and phone number for verifications, and just give a visa card. So here's the main thing. You can see what are the benefits. Popular services free for 12 months, and this is always free. 25 plus services always free. So okay, so I think as the Azan is do you guys are facing any kind of noise problem? Because I think it's the Azan. So I think I should mute for a bit and start after the Azan.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It will only take 5 minutes. We'll again continue the seminar after the Azan. Please wait patiently. Thank you.
Okay, so the Azan is finished. So I will start from now on. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Okay, okay, okay. So it's kind of loading. It's taking time. Okay. I can see the screen is kind of paused, kind of loading. Wait. Okay. I think we can start again. So okay, so I think we were here. Okay, so if you see, you can see that if you create a account using just your simple Microsoft account, and then with your a Visa card or something, well, you can get 25 plus services always free and 200 credit to use in your first 30 days. Okay, so you cannot use it after 30 days. So as we are a student, we we have studies, we have academics and all kind of stuff. So we cannot focus only for 30 days and we can learn in 30 days. So we need a big kind of package or something. So for that reason, Microsoft and GitHub has another plan for us. So what is that? We'll go here. Okay, so okay. Uh, okay, so this is the thing. So this is the Microsoft, oh sorry, this is the GitHub student developer package. Okay, so this is the GitHub benefits. Okay, so I will provide it in the slide, but if you need, I will also give this link in the comment section. I think most of us have this student developer pack enabled. Okay, so if you go to this page, you can see that. By the way, I can I can remember you that GitHub Campus Experts application has been started, so you can apply for it too. So Jai so if you go to this GitHub Student Developer Pack, you can see that. Okay, get you back. You have to press this get you back. Okay. So I think I'm already signing in, so I just don't have to sign in again. So if you explore here, you can see that Microsoft Azure and the free access to 25 plus Microsoft Azure Cloud Services plus $100 credit in Azure Azure credit. Okay, so they haven't mentioned about the 12 months. Okay, fact. But as I have the Microsoft Azure student benefits, so I told you about that. You can get this benefit for 12 months only for that $100 credit. And I think you can use a lot of things because you have 25 plus services always free. And other than this, if you want to use other kind of services, there it will be charged from this subscription from the $100 credit subscription. So I think this is a kind of much a good deal for us as students. So another thing is that sometimes I talked with some of my friends about this thing. They thought that if you have a GitHub account and you can just get this kind of pack, but it is not so. GitHub is as if you have to actually signing in with your GitHub student developer pack, and you can get it only if you are a student. Your university provided mail will assure that you are a student. Other than this, if you have a GitHub account, you cannot just apply for GitHub student developer pack. You have to be a student. So this is the thing. So I will again show you that. Yeah, I will also show you that if you have a GitHub account, you just cannot have any kind of subscription. But if you have a university provided mail associated with your GitHub account, then you can get $100 credit. So I'll show you that. So if I sign in with my GitHub account, that account which doesn't have any kind of subscription added with it, I will, and now I'm signing in there, and I will show the Azure. Sorry, Microsoft Azure. So okay, if I go to the portal, you have to go to this portal section because this is the platform. Okay, the main platform we all, me and Nahid Bhai was talking about is this, the Microsoft Azure platform. It is the platform. You can see, I just entered and I see that no subscription added here. This is the mail. This is the my GitHub account mail. So I don't have any kind of university mail associated with it. So I don't have any kind of subscription to GitHub. Microsoft Azure automatically detects that if you are a student or if you have a student developer pack or not. If you have, you just can easily get that subscription enabled. So this is the platform Nahid was talking about. You can see create resource, subscriptions, virtual machines, then also Kubernetes and Azure Cosmos DB and skill database and a lot of things. So here you can also learn all about Microsoft Azure, but through Microsoft Learn. So I can share you my experience. I have kind of practiced the last 6 months in Google Cloud. I have completed a lot of challenges in Quick Labs and something. So I had experience about Google Cloud also. So I have explored that. So Google Cloud or Quick Labs doesn't give any kind of you can any kind of credit because they give you any kind of credit if you join any kind of challenge. Okay, if you have to join a challenge, you can see in the Twitter, Quick Labs give you a lot of challenges. If you join a challenge, and you can gain 1 month free credit. Okay, so they don't give you 12 months credit or absolute credit. They give you credits if you only join in any kind of challenges or kind of seminars. So but Microsoft Azure gives you the credits if you are a student. Okay, so you can come and learn anytime you want within that 12 months. So I will show you in the subscription section that I have no subscription enabled. Okay, you can see that you don't have any subscriptions because this mail, I have a GitHub account with this, but I don't, this is not my university provided mail. Okay, so but I will show you. Sorry, if I close it and sorry, this one. Okay, this is my university provided mail. Okay, this is my university provided mail. So if I kind of go and check my subscription. Okay, so you can see the Azure for students. Azure for students is already enabled. So if we want to check the balance, how much I do have, check my balance. So you can see. Okay. Okay, so this is my university provided mail. So I have got 100 USD credit for you can see 1 year. I activated it 23 October 2020 and it is valid for 1 year, 23 October 2021, which is valid for 1 year. So this was not mentioned in the GitHub Student Developer Pack. So you have to know about this, and you can see there is no dollar cost for this subscription. Hello. Do you have any kind of question you can ask? Um, eh, have you guys any kind of question till now?
Does the $100 credit renew itself after 1 year?
Okay, so that is the thing. Yes, it does. You have to. Yeah, I can share you another experience of mine. It is like you have a GitHub. You have a JetBrains account. Okay, so you can get GitHub Student Developer Pack, and you can also get a lot of benefits. I want to actually share my experience, share this about this pack also, because as most of us are students, I think most of us should have this kind of benefits. So I was using JetBrains for nearly 1 year. So after that, what happens is they kind of from the software they kind of say that you don't have the subscription. But sorry, you subscription is going to end soon. So what you have to do is you just have to come in again into the into your GitHub Student Developer Pack, and just again you have to request for that, and you will be given that support again. So I think till now that is what we got. And if you are a Microsoft student, Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, which we are right now, so if you apply for that and if you become a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, you will get $150 credit per month to learn. Okay, so we get $150 credit per month. So we also have another in Microsoft Learn provided mail, so we use that and we get $150 credit per month. So I think you guys should apply for this. You can learn, you can kind of engage with others. We are doing so right now, so that is a kind of very good deal for us. Now we will show you how to create a website on Microsoft Azure. Okay, so okay, so this is also a link I have provided in the slides. This is in Microsoft Learn, and here we will practice the create a website hosted in Azure. Okay, so if you let's assume that you don't have any kind of subscription, nothing, you just don't have anything, you just want to learn about the Microsoft Azure. What you have to do? You just have to come to Microsoft Learn and you can do any kind of modules, and in that place you can see there are some kind of exercises. Okay, this is one of the modules I'm using. This is kind of Microsoft Azure Architecture Fundamentals. Okay, you can see it here, Azure Architecture Fundamentals. So within this exercise to create a website is here. So if you kind of explore this, you can see that you can create a website and you just don't need any kind of subscription. You just need a Microsoft account. That's it. So how can you get the benefit? You just have to sign in to activate the sandbox. So I have been signed in. So I will sign in with my account, which has no subscription added. Okay. Okay, you can see that there is an option called activate sandbox. Okay, after you activate the sandbox, what happens that you will get kind of 2 hours to complete the exercise, and within this you can explore the Microsoft Azure platform. So we will activate the sandbox now, and now we will show that how to create a website on Microsoft Azure. And in this way, you can also learn about Microsoft Azure platforms through Microsoft Learn. You can come here, you can do any kind of exercise. You can just you want to create a app. You just can explore a module and you can practice from here. Okay, my sandbox is activated. Now you can see that time remaining 1 hour 59 minutes. It means that I can use these sandbox for 2 hours. Okay, and you have used 3 of 10 sandboxes for today. Now I have already used these sandbox for the 2 times today, so I'm using it for the third time. So now we will go here. Okay, so here are all the description provided. You just have to come and have to learn it. You can learn it by yourself. So we're just kind of guiding you. You can come here, you can learn by yourself. We just show you that is practical, just one practical session. Create WordPress. So we will sign in, or we can go to the Azure portal from here. We have signed in into the Azure portal. So you can see that here is the Microsoft Learn Sandbox activated already. Though as I have already previously used it for twice, it was already written that Microsoft Learn Sandbox. But if you don't have any kind of subscription, you can see that you can see into the bottom section of your mail that Microsoft Learn Sandbox is written there. It means that it is activated and now we can practice. Now what we will do is we can, I know the steps, I'll just show you. You just have to go to the create a resource. Here's what everything starts from. So Nahid previously said that you can also use Linux or something. So you can see if I press the WordPress, you can see WordPress on Linux. Okay, so I am showing you that Nahid told the right thing. He told you about that Linux also runs here, so that was it. But we will use the WordPress because it is in this exercise we will only learn about this module. Okay, then we have to press the create one. So Naida also told you about that if you are an entrepreneur and you want to create a website or something, you just want to do any kind of business, you just don't need to learn about HTML, CSS, Node.js. Everything is created for you. You just don't need to waste your time. You just come here, they will charge a bit, or and you can just easily update your information or content in your website. You just don't have to deal with that thing. So it is kind of makes things much more easier. So in the app name, you have to give a unique app name. I will give it practice 1-1. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing, subscription section. You know that this mail, shahriarmithul3737@gmail.com, this mail doesn't have any kind of subscription. I showed you before, you don't have any kind of subscription. I showed you before, this was the mail. So you can see that in the subscription section, there is a written that concierge subscription. It means it only happens if you activate the sandbox. You can see in the module, you can see here concierge subscription, but let's assume that I also have a I showed you that here. I also have a Azure for Student pack enabled. So if I want to create a WordPress here, if I want to create WordPress for me here, I can easily kind of, I will show you WordPress. Oh, you can see here in the subscription section, it is written that Azure for Students. Okay, so this is my university provided mail and I have $100 credit here. So you can easily use it. You just don't have to activate the sandbox. But let's assume that you don't have any kind of subscription, just you just want to learn, like I told you before, the quick labs one. I think a lot of people are familiar with quick labs. You, if you have done any kind of courses in Coursera and something, so you can kind of you can access the Google Cloud platform for 40 minutes or something in the quick labs, through the quick labs. But if you activate the sandbox, you can enable this for almost 2 hours. You can see that 5 minutes have already gone. So you can enable this for 2 hours and you can take your time. You can explore by yourself. You can explore into the Microsoft Azure platform. You can take your time and then you can learn. So there's no more urgency there. So you have to choose the resource group here. The learn and other courses will be provided already, because as yours you have activated this sandbox, these things are will automatically provided. You can see this, you these steps are shown here actually. So I think you guys can easily create one. So in the database provider, okay, in the database provider we will choose MySQL in app. Then in the app service plan location we will choose we'll go there and create one. So this is the main part. Okay, so you are choosing kind of service plan. So I want to say that service plan is like how the things will be charged, or how this plan will work, or how the service will charge actually, or plan. So you have to give another app service plan name here. This will have to be unique also. Let's give a name. Service one. So you can choose the location. You can choose like if you are using it for professional uses, like you just really need to really need to create a Microsoft sorry, a website. So for the professional purpose, you can use this location section and you can choose your location, because Nahid Bhai has already told you about the data storage and all about this those things. So it is kind, you can choose one, but as we're doing these modules, so we will choose the US per one. Okay, you can see the central US, so we will choose it. So we will not change anything. In the pricing tier section, we will go there. So here is the thing, you have to go to dev/test, and here F1 you can see it's kind of loading, but it will be okay. Here you can see that free shared infrastructure, 1 GB memory, 60 minutes per day compute, and it's free. You can see these services do charge 54.75 USD, 9.49 USD, but this will not charge. So we will use this for our learning purpose, and then we will create press this OK. Okay. So our app name was Practice 101. So application insights, it is also the same name. Yeah, we will then press this create button. Okay. After that, this in the notification section, you can see this deployment in progress. You can go here. It will take some time to load. Okay, so these processes are also given here. Verify your website. Okay, if your website is running or not, you have to go to the notification section and go to this deployment section, and you can see after a while that deployment succeeded. It's taking its time. It will take some time. Okay, so after that you will be provided with a URL and it will be unique for you, so that link is the main thing. We have worked till now for that link. We will go to that link and we will share our content for creating a website or something. We will not actually share any kind of content and create the proper website, because I think that is enough for us, because we don't have any kind of resources right now to share in the website. So I will just show you uh, till then, like I will just take you to the website and just show you that that is it, and you can update your resources from now on, and that is included in the modules only. Okay, it is taking some time, so I think meanwhile we can go to the slides and we can show you what was there. So here in the slides, you can also see that I already talked about that you can create Azure account using your college or university provided mail, and you can also enable the student developer pack. I think every student should and use those pack, because who doesn't want the free services? You can use JetBrains and free domains and all of this stuff. So we have covered these things. You can see these slides if you want the slide link, so we will provide you after the session or into the mail. Okay, so this was about the website, how to create a website on Azure. So I have also already provided the link there. You can just press the link and you will be taken to the Microsoft Learn module, and you just don't have to follow these steps. You just don't have to follow this step. Yeah, the whole process is written there. So you can activate the sandbox and then create one. You can practice anything. We just wanted to show you. We just wanted to kickstart the cloud uses of yours. So you just have to use your Microsoft Learn platform, and you can learn whatever the resources are there. So this was the process that is currently running on. I think this is now it's been done. Okay, you can see that your deployment. Okay, wait. I think okay. You can see that your deployment is complete. Okay, so now if we go to the go to resource section. Okay, here is the thing. You can see if I zoom it. Okay, so here's the link. Practical 101 https://practical11.azurewebsites.net. So that was the app name. So if we go to the URL, you can know that what will happen. You have already seen that what will happen into the module section. So it is kind of loading, but we all know that this will happen. Okay, so it is loading. I think it's okay. So you can see the same thing has happened, that you can say you can choose any kind of language you want to use. You can choose Bangla, you can use English or any kind of language. So then I will choose the English, United States, and then continue. And I think I will stop here. Okay, so if you are a professional and you actually want to use for your own purpose, you can create one and you can give your site title here, your username, password for as you are admin, and you can give your email and search email engine visibility. Okay, so and you have to install the WordPress too. So from now on, if anyone actually want to use it for professional uses, he or she will upload their own resources here, and that website will be created. But as we are using it for learning purpose, we will just follow these modules, and that is the end of the module. So we also don't have any kind of resource right now to create one, and it will take some time, you know that. So if we again go to this Microsoft Azure portal, I want to show you the portal. So what is here? So you can see here, you can see the home dashboard, all services and app services and all of that stuff. I saw Nahid showed you some screenshot about it. It was in the darker mode actually. So you can also sorry, here you can also enable that. Okay, that is it. So this is the darker mode. So Nahid showed you this Azure platform or this screenshot. So you can explore this. You can activate your sandbox and you can explore. Okay. So but it is like you have activated the sandbox and you just have come here to create the website here, but you can explore here. I don't think you will try any kind of services here, and you will not be able to use that for because they auto have kind of created it like that. So you can just create a website now, and if you explore another modules and you just kind of want to create an app, you can then create one. But if you if you have come here to create a website and you just then try to create a app, I don't think they will allow you, because they will detect that. You can take your time, you can explore that. You have 2 hours, whereas quick labs or I have also explored the Microsoft AWS Educate platform. So they and quick Google Cloud doesn't give you that much time for the practice, but Azure provides you much more time. They give you almost 2 hours, so you can see 1 hour 44 minutes left. So I have already completed my these steps, so I think that will be it. So till now we have showed you how to uh, create an Azure account. You can create an Azure account, and sorry. Okay. So you can create Azure account with your card. You can use. You can also create Azure account with your GitHub account or something. So that is it. And if you don't have, if you don't want any kind of benefit, or you are not a student, or you don't have any kind of student developer pack or something, you just can go to the Microsoft Learn platform, and you can explore a lot of things. And you can activate the sandbox. You can practice by yourself. So I don't think this is mandatory to have a have the subscription enabled. You just can learn from Microsoft Learn. There are a lot of modules. So and at the same time, you can get the 25 plus services always free for you guys. So and that is it. So you can also look into the slides here. You can see about how to create the free account. I have provided all the information here. You can read this. Okay. So that was it for my part. So wait, I talked all the stuff for you guys. Okay. So about me, I am Shari Al Mustaqim Mithul. So I'm a first year CC student, and you can connect with me into the into my with my LinkedIn account, and also into GitHub, I think, and you can also connect with Nahid Bhai too. So now we will be taking some question and Q&A, question answers, and in the meanwhile we will be providing you the feedback form. And if you guys fill the feedback form, we will be giving you the an e-certificate and digital swags through the mail. Okay, so I think now
The form that will be the link of the form that will be given by Mitul right now. You have to fill your name, then your email, and we will be sending the e-certificate with that specific name to that specific email. So make sure you all fill that form. And I'm giving the link of the Microsoft that Learn link where you can go and find that sandbox. All right.
So I provided the fill up, sorry, in the feedback form. You can ask questions which related to those Microsoft Azure account and the website creation or something. If you have
So
any.
make sure you fill up the form. If you don't give your email there, we cannot send your e-certificate. So make sure you
Okay,
fill the form.
but I have another query that a few people who registered and gave the wrong emails. Okay, so they didn't fill the form properly. So we had to face some problems related to it. So if you cannot fill the form properly, the email addresses, so maybe there should be some problem to send you those emails. So make sure that you are providing your name properly. So we will be giving you the certificate with that name, particular name. And we have also have a section called feedback for, so you can share your feedback, and if you want any kind of session in the near future, we will try to conduct one. So and that was it. Do you
Hello.
have okay, hello?
Yes.
A lot of us are actually logged in as guests, so the
Okay.
comment section is actually disabled. We
Oh,
cannot actually
oh,
see what is actually
okay.
happening. So in that case,
Oh,
is there any alternative for filling up the form?
okay. So maybe we can send you through mail, but we don't know how can we detect. Okay, we will check the attendance. Sorry, we can check through here meeting data. So we're trying to check. Okay,
All right, thank you.
okay. So,
I have something to say. Can you please share the link you use it through your screen share if you don't mind? Then we will be able to see it and then copy paste it on our browser.
okay. Okay, that is a good idea. Mm. Oh, I think you can see screen, but okay, that is the link, actually the feedback form link. That not that one. This is the link.
All right, Mitul, can we just send this link to all the email that has registered and
But
see who?
but there is a problem that not all people are actually attended this seminar. So if we send this, it will not be justice to them. I think that this is why I just don't want to share to all those participants. But is there any kind of another idea?
Can't the link be made short using
Bitly?
bit.ly? Yes,
Yeah, we need the
Yes.
short links.
that would be very
Okay.
helpful.
Okay. So I'm trying to create one. So in the meanwhile, you can just clear your doubts related to this seminar with Nahid Bhai. I'm just creating a bit list. Okay. So
All right.
if you have any kind of doubt, you can share with us. And also at the same time, if you are not a Microsoft Learning Studio ambassador, you can apply for that. We encourage you for that. We have been selected as this ambassador for, in the January cohort. So you can apply for this and you can search into the Google written like Microsoft Learning Student Ambassador, and you can sign in with your Microsoft account and then apply for it. You have to give kind of one video of yourself, kind like you have to say that why do you want to use why do you want to be a Microsoft Learning Student Ambassador, and something that is easy. If you are kind of you are have a very good communication, you can show that you have a very good communication skill or something, or you have some kind of skills till now, so they might select you. I don't know properly that why they select one, but you kind of get a lot of benefits after that, because I already have told you that if you are a Microsoft Learning Studio ambassador, you can get $150 credits per month. Okay, so and you can also get Microsoft Learning for free. You can use it for 1 year after being an alpha ambassador, and a lot of things. You can explore that website and you can know about that. You can just search about the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, and if you are into the website, you can then search about it. There are a lot of things at that place. Okay, wait a minute. Sorry for the delay, because I thought you will. I didn't realize that most of you will not be able to write those messages. Sorry for that. It will take some time. Okay. So you guys have any kind of question till now related to the seminar? You just want to learn any kind of, you just want any kind of resources?
Do we have to give
I have
our
one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
May I ask my question?
Okay, you may.
My question is related to other exam of Microsoft. Actually, as I know, we have to take that exam in the test center, but unfortunately, in my country, there is no test center of Microsoft. I would like to know, is it possible, maybe you have information, is it possible to take that exam online? Microsoft Fundamentals exam. Microsoft Azure Fundamentals.
Okay, I've got your point. It is examinations. Okay, certified examinations. Okay, so we haven't actually asked that, but we will try to contact to our project manager. So, and we will try to contact you. So, can you provide your mail? I will kind of try to write down or something. Or you can
I am also Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador.
okay, so you can also ask about this from your
Yeah,
regional manager.
I just ask, maybe you have information. So, thank you.
Oh, okay, no, I'm not kind of going to attend in any kind of examination right now, so I just don't have this idea properly.
No problem.
Okay,
No problem. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, man. It's taking a lot of time. That is the problem. Due to the internet connection problem or something. It's taking some time, so
Mithul, should I stop recording?
oh, okay. So you should. I forgot about that. You should stop.